Hello friends, I welcome you all to our YouTube channel Adapt, Learn and Grow Together. In this session, we will discuss about Excel navigation hacks. We will discuss about the navigation shortcuts which a user can use to navigate or move within the given Excel sheet. So let us begin our session to discuss and understand the navigation shortcuts. So this is the list of Excel navigation shortcuts that will be covered as part of this session. Let us now start with our first set of Excel navigation shortcut, which are Home and Control plus Home. To discuss this further, we will move to our Excel sheet for better understanding. Starting with our first Excel navigation shortcut, which is Home. Pressing Home moves the cursor to the beginning cell of that row. So if I'm working in cell L5, if I press Home button, it will move the cursor to the first column of that row. Hence, it will bring the cursor to cell A5. Let us check this. Now I'm pressing Home button, and yes, the cursor has moved from cell L5 to cell A5. What if we want to bring the cell to the starting cell of the Excel sheet? This is the cell in our example, and if I want to bring this the cursor to the starting cell of the Excel sheet, which is A1, I can simply achieve it by pressing Control Home. So now we can see that earlier cursor was at S12 cell. Now on pressing Control Home, the cursor has moved to the first cell of the Excel sheet, which is cell A1. Now moving to our second set of navigation shortcuts, pressing Control 0 helps in hiding given column, and pressing Control 9 helps in hiding the given rows. So if I want to hide column N, O, P or test column 1, 2, 3, we can achieve it by selecting these columns and then pressing Control and 0, and these columns are now hidden. On similar lines, if I select the rows that we want to hide and press Control 9, we can see that the rows that we selected are hidden now and are not visible to the Excel user. Now moving to our next set of Excel navigation shortcuts, which are Control Shift 9 and Alt H, then O, then U and then L. These two Excel navigation shortcuts helps in unhiding the hidden rows or columns. Now in the previous shortcuts, we have hidden some rows and some columns, which are test rows and test columns. Now if we want to unhide these columns, we can achieve it by using the Excel shortcut, that is Alt H, then press O, then U and then L. So we have selected the cells between which the hidden columns are present. Now we will unhide these columns by the command which I just mentioned. So I've selected the cells. Now I will press Alt H, then O, then U and then L. So our test columns or our hidden columns are now unhidden and are visible to the Excel user. On similar lines, if we want to unhide the hidden rows, that is, if we want to unhide test row 2 and test row 3, we will select one row above the hidden rows and one row below the hidden rows, and then press Control Shift 9, and we can see that the hidden rows are now visible after we pressed Control Shift and 9. So if we want to unhide the columns, we will use the formula Alt H, then press O, then press U, and then press L, and it will unhide the hidden columns. And if we want to unhide the hidden rows, it can be done by pressing Ctrl, Shift, and 9. With some users, they can also unhide the columns by pressing Ctrl, Shift, and then 0. It was not working for me. That is the reason I have used the second way or a shortcut to unhide the columns. Control page up and control page down helps in switching between the worksheets. Let us now move to our Excel sheet to discuss them in detail. So, these two navigation shortcuts help in navigating between the worksheets. Our current worksheet is data session 2. If I press control page up, we can see that data session 1 becomes our worksheet. So earlier it was data session 2. After pressing control page up, we have moved one page in the upward direction, and now we are in the data session 1 worksheet. On similar lines, if I press control down, we can see that now our active worksheet is data session 3, which is one page down to the initial worksheet data session 2. So this helps in navigating and moving between the worksheets. Moving ahead, when we press Alt W and then F and then R, this shortcut will freeze the first row of the given data. So let us move to the first row of the given data and then press Alt W, then F and then R. So now if I scroll downwards, I can see that I am moving in the downward direction to access the data row wise, but my first row, which is this row, it is not moving, neither changing. So we can say that our first row is frozen when we press the Excel shortcut Alt W, then F, and then R. On similar lines, if we press Alt W, then F, and then C, Alt W, then F, and then C, our our first column is fixed. So if I start moving towards the right, I can see that all the columns are moving, but column A is static and it is fixed for all the data that we have. So Alt W plus F plus R is used to freeze the first row, which is this row, and Alt W plus F plus C is used to freeze the first column, which is this one. Now, if we want to freeze the panes basis the selected cell, we can achieve that by selecting the cell and then pressing Alt W, then F, and then F. So now the row and the columns are frozen. Checking the columns, we can see that if I'm moving towards right, S number, that is column A, is frozen, and now if I move downwards, my first row is fixed. So what has happened is when I press and then F and then F, it checks for the selected cell, which in our case was cell B2, and it freezes the column before that cell and the row before that cell. So the column before that cell is serial number and the row before that cell is row number 1. Thus, now what if I want to unfreeze the panes? We have checked that the first row and the first column is frozen. Now if we want to unfreeze these panes, we can achieve it by using the same shortcut, which is Alt W, then F, and then F. So now if I move downwards, my first row is not frozen and my first column is also not frozen. Now this marks the end of our session, and these navigation shortcuts are useful in increasing the productivity of an Excel user. Now I hope that this session was helpful, and we will meet again in our next session with some more interesting Excel topics.